Alright, this is going to be a little faster solution video. I pretty much have the work already here. If you take a look at the first one, after you subtract 4 that I did in red, you can square both sides. You end up getting 9 on the one side, and when you multiply by 2, you get 18. That does check. The second one, the first thing I want to do is cube both sides. That means, like I did in red, I want to raise both sides to the third power. Now, when you do that, you have to distribute that red 3 that's shown with the green. You distribute the red 3 to the 2 in front, and you get 2 to the third power. You also cancel it with the cube root, so you just get a plain 2. 2 to the third power is 8, so it's really 8 times 2. Okay, in this problem, you have to be careful because you have to distribute the cube, that's the red cube, using the green distribute. You have to distribute that to everything. Okay, problem like number 3, you can square both sides. The radical is already isolated, and you get an x squared. Now, when you have x squared, you want to set it equal to 0. That's why we have those green arrows subtracting 3x and minus 4 to the other side. Once it's equal to 0, you can factor it. You factor it, you get 4 and negative 1, but negative 1 does not check. For number 4, you square both sides. Once again, you have an x squared, so with the green arrow, we want to set it equal to 0. That's what's shown in gold. Now, when it's equal to 0, you can do some simpler factoring. It's called GCF factoring. You take out that blue x. That leaves you with 2 answers, x equals 0 and x equals 2, and they both check. Now with number 5, you're going to square both sides, but like shown in red, that means you have to square the quantity x minus 3. The quantity x minus 3 is going to come out to be x minus 3 times x minus 3, the FOIL method. Now, once you FOIL that out, you set it equal to 0 by subtracting everything to the right-hand side. You can factor it, and you get 4. You actually get 4 twice, but it checks. And with number 6, you do have this root. It's actually shown as a 1/2 power. You want to isolate that, so the first thing you do is subtract 5 to the other side. That's shown in red. I also changed the 1/2 power to a square root. That's shown in gold. Eventually, I can square both sides. That means you have to square x minus 5 like a quantity. So you FOIL it. That's the blue answer. Now, once again, we have an x squared, so you have to set the equation equal to 0. So once you set it equal to 0, you can factor it. I like those purple colors. I should have used that more. You end up factoring it with an x minus 9, x minus 4, and that gives you 2 answers of 9 and 4. The only problem is 4 does not check when you plug it in because you end up getting 4 equals 6. That's not going to work. If you plug in 9, you end up getting 9 equals 9. All right, so we cross off 4, but we keep 9.